So here we have the Audi A3 on a 66 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you'll see we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60-40 split folding rear seat should you wish to increase this space even further. And then underneath this tray section, a space saver spare wheel. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in excellent condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the Rev Counter, and on the right-hand side, the speedometer and fuel gauge. In the middle, you can see the total miles for this car, which is 76,165. You can change the information that's displayed above that by using controls on the steering wheel for various bits of trip computer and car information. But there are other menus available as well, and you can see as I cycle through those now. And they include satellite navigation, which we'll come to in just a moment. The buttons that I was using are just here. We've got stereo controls over this side and phone controls as well. We have cruise control underneath the left-hand side of the steering column just there. Over in the center, we've got the satellite navigation. Really nice, easy, clear system to use. This is where also your main menu is accessed. So navigation, the map view, which we were just on a moment ago, you can pair your phone from here. You can access media, which means you're able to listen to your own music. And there's a number of ways of doing that, and they're being shown on the screen now. So you can stream your music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio. We have auxiliary input, USB input as well. If you want to listen to the radio, of course you can do that too. So under the radio heading just here, under the radio heading, you'll see that we have got DAB, FM and AM radio all available to you. All the movements that I'm making up on the screen are all being done using this dial, these buttons, and you can use these buttons here if you wish to directly access certain elements. So to satellite navigation, for example, you have the main volume for the stereo just there, which you heard me use a moment ago. So you can turn it up and down and turn the stereo on and off from there too. Working our way back up, starting from the left, this button turns off the stop and start. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. That system's now off. You can turn the parking sensors on and off from here. We can turn off the traction control for the car. This button, if I press that, will fold the screen away and we'll fold it back up again. And then drive select will put the car in dynamic, individual, efficiency, comfort or auto. So it will change the driving setup of the car essentially. Underneath that, we have dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger and driver temperatures. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine where you'd like the air to be diverted once it enters the car. When you're happy with those settings, air conditioning is on at the minute, so off, back on again, or hit auto. The car will now take control of the fan speed and the direction of the air to maintain the temperatures you've asked for. So override it, just readjust, and it will go back into a manual mode, as you can see. With a heated driver's seat with 3 different heat settings, and the same on the passenger side. A 12-volt charging socket underneath there, 2 cup holders, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and then the buttons that we went through just a moment ago. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Mach 1 Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.